It is work. And it's not the cure. That's the one thing. It's not the cure because the cure is inside of you. It just opens the door.
It catapults the healing, but you got to finish it up.
Exactly.
100%.
Hi guys, welcome back to Heal to Feel. Joined by my hottie over here. The energy's good. Mercedes.
Thanks. Yeah.
We got another Persian in the house. Welcome, Colette, Abedi.
Thank you.
And we got Kerry, Rhodes.
That's
Welcome. Right. Thank you guys for coming.
I love that name.
Non-Persian.
Non-Persian.
But I'm in the building as well.
I know. I'm Persian by association.
So how do you spell your name, Kerry?
Kerry. Rhodes. You want the middle name as well?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. Start again.
Kerryrhodes.
You spell your name the exact same way as my best friend, Kerry O'Grady, who is my bestie from my childhood, third grade, and Kerry. She's Irish.
Oh, I got some Irish roots. We might be cousins.
It's the way that you spell it, because it could be Carey, like Jim Carrey, but you're doing very cool. It's very cool.
I love it. I love it. Anyways.
Are you sending me an invitation to be friends? To
100%.
take over for the...
Yeah, you guys will be BFF.
There we go. That's
100%. An honorary O'Grady.
I love it. So the reason we have you guys, there's multiple reasons, but we have actually talked a couple times a little bit on plant medicine and specifically ayahuasca. And Colette, you did a documentary called The Medicine in 2019. Kerry was in the documentary. So we're going to talk about your guys' experiences. And then Colette / Coco is her nickname. Coco, you wrote a novel called My Uncaged Summer, which you wrote after you did plant medicine. You then went through a divorce and then you wrote this incredible novel that MJ, I think you would love, because it's kind of like a divorce through the Persian culture, and there's tears, and it's so funny about like how everyone reacts. And, you know, obviously it was the hardest time in your life, but there are funny comedic moments, and how you went and slept on all these different couches of all, you know, your friends. And
Here.
That's how we met.
You literally said to her, "Can I sleep? Can I stay? Can I sleep
on your couch?" No,
Yeah,
we at
met,
this house.
Yeah. So I offered. So we met because, again, for the 50th time, Anita Morjani. But we were both pursuing that movie.
Okay.
And we didn't know each other. We were coming from different like areas. And Anita was like, "I want you guys to still both be very much a part of this film, and you guys should meet." And so it's funny because this film has been on such a journey, but it's dropped people along the way. And so Colette and I called her one day and I was like very open about my own life. It was weird. It was kind of how me and you were. We just had this trust that like we knew each other.
Yeah.
And she was like, I was like, "Why are you moving?" And then she started breaking down and opening up to me. And she's just like, "I'm moving out. I'm divorced. I don't know where I'm going to go." Because you didn't have kids, you know, you don't have kids. So that wasn't tied. You were just like, "I'm going to go live my life." And I was like, "Hey, if you come this way, I have a guest house where we're sitting right now." And I was like, I'm not just saying it like LA where you're like, "Hey, I'll call you." You know, I'm like,
don't call us, we'll call you.
Don't come, you know?
But please definitely don't take me up on this.
And she did. And
We call it
really
tarof,
close.
and for Farsi we call it tarof. Yeah,
I know. My best friend says that. Stop tarofing.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not.
Tell Kerry what tarofing is?
Please.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So it's basically like you front like you don't want or need something. If you come over to my house on a hot summer day and it's 180 degrees outside and I offer you a glass of water, you would have to be like, "Oh, no, thank you. No, thank you. No water. Definitely. No,
Or you're just like, "No, I'm good."
Then we have to
I'm
beg
good.
you, please.
Stop the water. Yeah. You say stop tarofing.
You could be thirsty. You could have walked over to the house and been a little thirsty and ready for some water. Didn't have your hydro flask with you, but in Taro, you have to say no.
I don't like that.
It's a requirement.
I don't like that. I'm going to say I want water.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyways, so that's what that means, which is really funny.
Right.
But Colette did come.
I did.
and we spent a good amount of time together,
We
and she
did.
became like family. And
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
Because
You're a
that is
big section in my book.
I'm in the book.
You're in the
we
book.
are we
She's
are
in the
known
book,
as
yeah.
Lisa and Travis.
Yeah.
In the book. Lisa and
Travis is really
Yeah.
subtle. Lisa and Travis.
So is
You
Lisa.
heard it here.
You literally took the S and the A and
I
you
did. I used all my
all her
friends.
friends.
They're all. You know who they are.
Yeah.
You know.
Tracy is Macy.
So, but we'll get to your book, but
Yeah.
I want to concentrate on the plant medicine and your
Yeah.
journey and how that came about. So, Coco, I know you did it. Give us kind of how your journey, how you got into making the documentary, because you're a producer.
I'm a producer on it, and basically, I mean, I'm Persian, so we have a very conservative culture. So this is not something that I would ever even contemplate in my life, to be honest. Ayahuasca, and what happened was, I lost my dad to brain cancer, and I was just devastated. Like I can't put into words how traumatic that experience was for me. Just to lose him young. He was 69, so for me, it's young.
And you were so close to him.
So close
Yeah.
to him.
It was like kind of like you and your dad. Like you guys have so many.
Yeah, my
You know
dad.
that we've
her
hung
book.
out before, right?
I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot
So,
that you guys met.
yeah.
We've talked about this too.
Yeah.
When you guys talk, I just want to tell you both, I can feel this emotional, like the emotions that you guys share. It's very palatable. You're talking about the way that you first connected because Anita Morjani wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
And then you just said how vulnerable you both were and decided to
Yeah.
be. And now that you're talking about my dad, I just want to say, like, I'm also feeling the energy. So
I
had
love
to
that.
share.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I lost him, and I was a mess. I didn't leave bed. I was like crying every day. Like my ex-husband was like, you're a disaster.
At the time you were with him.
Yeah, I was with him. You're a disaster. You have to do something. And I didn't want to do traditional meds.
When he said that, were you guys on the brink of divorce or you were together?
No, I mean, we had problems. My dad's death actually masked the problems because I was just in a place I was so vulnerable. And I think for him too, where he wanted to be there for me as much as he could. And I didn't want to face, there I was, I lost the man, the hero of my life, right? And then I'm like, oh my God. And then my marriage is not the perfect marriage, and as it should be. I might cry. I can't believe this.
That's eerie.
I hear
eerie,
it.
yeah.
Story.
My dad was dying when I married Tommy.
Yeah.
But whatever, let's hear. I just want to hear.
There's so many similarities. You
there
got to
are
read that book. Or you can
Probably
listen.
a lot of similarities. And a friend called me. I did some stupid post on social media about how depressed I was, of course, as you do, or as I did. And my friend called me and she's like, you need to come to Costa Rica and you need to meet this shaman. And I promise you're going to heal and you're going to see your dad. So in my head, I didn't even ask her what it was.
No-brainer.
Yeah, I just
Like,
got
you
on
just
the plane.
heard see your dad.
Yeah, I heard see my dad. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I got on a plane. I went to Costa Rica. Didn't even know what was going to happen. I walk in she has this resort. She's like, you're going to meet this shaman. So I literally thought it's going to be like this psychic meeting. Like I'm going to meet him and he's going to tell me like your dad's behind you. She's like, and you need to wear a dress.
You mean like the movie Ghost?
Yeah.
And
Literally.
That's like Shika.
evoke your
The
dad.
medium we have on
Yeah.
all the time, she's literally
She's like, you
Yeah,
need to
yeah.
wear a dress too. So I was like,
I don't know
okay.
why, but I can't wait to find out.
Yeah. So I get there and we're in this room and at Rhythmia and all these people are wearing white and they have beads on. And I'm like, literally, oh shit, my girlfriend joined a cult. Like, oh my God, this is a cult. What's happening? I don't like, and they were like, drink this tea and you're going to see your dad. So I did it, of course. I can't believe I did it. And I did see my dad. And I don't care what anyone says to me. They're like, you're hallucinating, you're what? I don't believe that. There was a barrier that broke that night and I saw the other side. I saw my father at peace on the other side and it settled something in me that just changed my life. It completely
But
changed my life.
did you believe in life after death and the other side before?
I did.
We
But
do
when you're in such
Persian culture.
yeah, but when you're in such grief, and
Yeah.
Persians, we don't mourn well at all. Like we have a
'Cause we
terrible
suppress it.
Yeah, we suppress it. It's a disaster, and you know it logically, but you don't know it until you know it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I get it.
Yeah, if that makes any sense. And
Yeah.
so I went in, I did this, and it changed my life. And I came home, and everyone saw how profoundly different I was. Everyone,
Yeah.
like my friends. And I was like, I want to do a documentary on this medicine and this shaman and who healed me. And so then
Here I come.
I know.
Well,
I
yeah.
went and asked Kerry. I was like, you want to be in a documentary?
Just side note
Yeah.
to validate what you're saying.
Yeah.
When we had Lamar Odom on, we said, what finally helped you with your addictions? And he said, when I did plant medicine. And we said, what happened? And he said, when I was in that state, because he's lost a lot of people that are close to him, from his own child to his mother to his best friend. I mean, the list, it's insane how much loss he's had.
Yeah.
And he said, I don't know if you guys remember, but he said that he was there with all of them. And he goes, it wasn't even anything they said. They were just all laughing. They were happy. And he goes, that like, it just like cured his super addictions, you know? And he just said like, just what you're saying. It wasn't necessarily like they said anything, because I think a lot of it's but just knowing that they're okay.
I saw
think
my
settled.
dad. Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
my dad, and my dad gave me a message for my sister about something when, we're 5 years age difference, and that I didn't know. And I called her the next day, and I was like, I had a dream about it, because I couldn't tell her. She's a lawyer. I couldn't say what I did. I was like, I had a dream
So
about
opposite.
Dad, and he told me to tell you this.
And she
Dead
freaked
son.
out.
Bawling. And
Older
she
or
said,
younger?
older. How did you know that?
Older.
And I was like, and then I told her, and eventually, and then she did the medicine as well, because she wanted
She
to
did?
see my dad.
She did.
Oh, she
She
did?
did medicine as well?
No way. I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
She did. Yeah.
And did she have that experience too?
She did.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So the experience of ayahuasca, I understand you have to be willing to go through a lot of crazy, fearful shit, right? Like they say, like it could be really, really scary to experience that, but then like what? It passes early, so you don't have to. Is it like torture to get through?
It's
You
like
have to go through
7
hell to
years
get
of
to-
therapy, they
what
say, in
everyone
one
said.
night.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it
7
kind of
years
is.
of therapy in one night.
Right, but I'm talking about the part where you
aftermath.
have to go through hell.
The
Is
vomiting
there-
and the
Oh.
diarrhea. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I'm just overall. I'm asking. 'Cause
So take us through what you physically, and then let us know how Kerry came on board with the document.
sorry.
So
I-
physically, you take this
No,
drink,
no, it's
and it's a sludge. It tastes like, what would you say? Dirt?
Yeah. Yeah.
Chamomile
Nice-
tea.
No.
No, like
No?
Like,
bad
like muddy water.
muddy water, but worse.
Yeah.
I think muddy water probably tastes better.
when you go to acupuncture,
That's kind of the consistency,
Yeah,
though. Like,
yeah,
like,
it's
like
thick and
sludgy.
it's nasty. Like it is nasty. And they're like, you have to keep it down as long as possible, because you're like, oh my God, this is the grossest thing ever. And so I was sitting there the first night, I'll never forget. And I'm like, and they start to play this music, and I have no appreciation for any of it, because I'm just like, I can't believe I paid for this. I'm gonna die here. I feel
you're
sick. I
thinking-
was like,
at what point?
oh, after like an hour, because I just
An hour in.
Yeah, I started to sweat, feel sick.
You
I
know.
couldn't throw up, and I knew I needed to throw up, but I couldn't throw up, and it was just like this torture. And the music, it was like, I'm like, this is like jail, worse than jail.
So
You're not selling people on it.
No.
No, I know, but
No, you got no, but it's true. Yeah.
then the rainbows come.
Yes.
Yeah, after you
Did you
throw up.
vomit?
Then I did vomit a lot, and then that's when it just like you go there.
Yeah, it's that release, right?
Yeah.
Like inside,
Yeah.
internally,
Has
we have
anybody-
these
Yeah.
blockages. We have this darkness, and all the things that we're trying to suppress.
Yeah.
It has to come out.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much what that entails.
Yeah. You're
Okay,
purging your demons,
Yes.
they say. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you decide I'm going to make a documentary because this was so profound.
Yes.
So then how does that come about?
So we start connecting everyone. We're like, what's the best way to showcase the medicine? People who are non-believers and people who you think would never, ever do the medicine, like Kerry.
Kerry over here.
Kerry over here. And Annalyn too, McCord, who did it as well. She'd never even had alcohol at that time. So for her, it was like a big deal.
Yeah.
And I know it was a big deal for you too.
Yeah.
You were preparing for...
And Kerry,
Like
let's just give a background about you. You played in the NFL.
Yeah.
How long did you play in the NFL?
9 years, 6 years in New York and 3 in Arizona with the Cardinals.
So at this point in your life, what made you turn to plant medicine? Because that's also a loss of control. You know, you're this big, strong football player. You're in the limelight, you get all the attention. Yeah. And now, how long is this? This is after.
This is after football.
This is after.
I'm actually up at that time. I was filming the TV show, "If Loving You Is Wrong" with on Oprah's network, on the OWN network.
Okay.
So I was doing that, but also going through a tough time with the marriage as well. So we're all kind of connected.
How long had you been married?
You had to do that to me. It was really quickly. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
It was a quick one.
Okay. It was in and out.
It was in and out.
Okay.
Dated for a couple of years, but in and out. And so going through that process, and so Colette and my ex were friends at first, and so that's how the introduction happened as well. So all these things are kind of tied in, right?
Wow.
How did you guys meet?
We were friends. We just became friends through actually Carlton Jebbia from Real Housewives. Of Beverly Hills. She introduced us, and she actually was the first person who was like, Kerry would be good in this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the documentary.
Oh, so when you decided you're going to produce this, you're like, I need people to be in this documentary that'll be open to us
who've experienced it.
Yeah, exactly.
You had already done this experience, and then she found you?
No, I had never.
No,
so similar to what she was saying about Anna, I had never put any foreign substance in my body outside of alcohol. So when she asked me about it and brought it up, I was like, well, I don't know about that. That's too out of my control. The word you just used, which is the perfect word for me, right?
Yeah.
My whole life, I've been able to control everything in it, right? So if there's a tangible thing that's out there and I want it, I know the steps, or I will learn the steps to do it, right? To create it, to make it happen. And, the people that were in my world were all, people that I picked and chose and kind of curated that thing. And so it was comfortable. This was not comfortable, right? This was me having to step outside of myself and see if there was something else to me as a human.
Was there a party that's, aware that, like, had you done therapy? Was there a part of you that was aware that's like, hey, I definitely have stuff that I need to deal with? Or was it like, I'm fine? Because some people just...
No, I was definitely taking the therapy route before that.
Okay.
So saw a therapist, had a life coach as well.
Okay, so you were kind of open to discovering more about yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
And healing.
Yeah, it was at that point where it's like, I have to figure out if this is all internal, is this all things that I'm dealing with, or is this person that I'm with as well? Is that triggering these things that I don't know are there? And so it was like a little tandem situation that was happening that I needed to find answers right away.
I like what you said just now about I needed to find out if there was more inside of me.
Yeah.
Because I think that I have a 6-year-old boy.
Yeah.
Anytime I want to be a better person, I'm wondering, like, what don't we know? Because we're on this planet for such a short time. Yeah. And we go through life the best way that we possibly can. We want to be our highest self. And part of the first topic of our goal in this pod was to have a mission for everyone to live their highest self.
Yeah.
And that's really interesting to hear you just talk about that in detail. I like that.
Yeah, the biggest thing about us as humans anyway is it's just all about remembering, right? Like we say the word heal and we throw it out there casually and people say, oh, we've arrived or we've healed, but it's all about remembering that beauty, that love, that stuff that we're yearning for, we're trying to reach on a daily basis is already implanted in us. It's who we are. It's our creation.
It's going back to who you are.
It's going back to it and remembering that.
Yeah.
So, that whole process.
Okay, so now, so Kerry decides I'm on board and you're now agreeing like I'm going to be filmed and do this.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm fearless though. I mean, once I commit to something, I commit to it. And that's part of my thing.
He was like athlete mode in the room, wearing the white. He had the beads on. He's like, I got this. I'm ready to throw up. He was like, I'm here.
Were you scared?
What did they tell you, you guys?
Yes.
What was your biggest fear going into it?
Okay, like she says it, and I was on the day. The night before,
Okay.
I had a house still in Costa Rica at the time. So I don't know if she knows this story, but I left the property and went back to my house.
No,
And
I didn't know
Oh,
that.
it was close to your
He
home.
was
Yes.
about to
Okay.
dip out.
No, yeah, exactly. No, this is real. Like,
By the way,
Really?
I'm going to Costa Rica
You're like, I'm
next.
out?
no, the fear, you know why?
She-
And you
next
know
week.
why, because you know this.
That's crazy.
But so there's this application or this, it's called Hape, and they give it to you to clear your third eye and like make sure everything is open for the ceremony so you can receive. He blew the Hape in my nose and I thought I was dead. And so if that was happening with the Hape, I was like, ayahuasca is going to take me out.
Wait, but who was going to do the medicine the following day?
yes.
Was it just Kerry and Anna?
And 80 other people.
Oh, it was with 80 other
And we
people.
weren't alone. This was a real
I thought
thing.
you were just filming the two of them.
No, and 80 other people.
It was a big thing. And so once they did the Hape, I was literally laying on the cold floor in another room. And I was like, this is too much.
He almost died. I
No,
mean,
no.
literally, I'm
Like,
laughing.
and
do you
this is on
Describe
the
it.
This is the
documentary.
night before the
Yeah, what do you mean you
ayahuasca.
passed out? What? So what's the? I have this idea of like me and 79 other people could die
Yeah.
right here. I'm one of 80.
Yeah,
Like,
that's how dire things were. No.
Okay, so you escaped the property?
No, so I escaped the property, went to my place. I'm by myself, and I order a little salad. You know, we got to be healthy. You can't eat anything. You can't put anything in your body either because you want.
You know you're going to
wanna
puke
be-
and diarrhea
yes,
the
you
next
want to
day.
be clear.
And they say the medicine needs you to be clear.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I sit there, and this is the thing, though. I was like, am I going to run? Am I going to hide from the truth and try to uncover really what I came here to uncover? Or am I going to do what I always do and just retreat and run to my safe space? And so I had that internal conversation with myself. Whew, the best decision I ever made. I went back and
Yeah.
had the greatest time. And the journey was, like she said, it's hard and there's moments of that. But I mean, my whole life was just given to me on the platter in the ceremony. And oh, man, it was so good that when I came back, I couldn't even come back and stay with the person I was with at the time
Wow.
because I didn't want to mess up that energy, that vibe, like right away.
So bring us back. That's incredible. But bring us back. So the journey. Now you go back the next day.
Yeah.
You're clear.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, I'm going to do this.
Yep.
What's going through your head as you drink the ayahuasca, and what does it taste like?
I was
I mean,
like,
you said it was muddy.
Yeah, yeah.
and thick.
No, it's not good.
Okay.
Let's say that. But the weird part about it, like I said, I'd never put anything in my body, right? So the initial feeling of being out of control again.
Yeah, and being filmed. Well,
Yeah.
you didn't film during the actual ceremony,
No,
right?
because he doesn't let you. The shaman.
shaman, yeah.
because-
Which is better, I
Yeah.
think, too.
Yeah.
I think so
Yeah.
too.
But
It's
were
quite-
you
yeah.
like, I don't know these other people. Are they going to judge me? What's going to come out of my mouth?
I never
Nothing.
had that. No.
Okay.
No,
That's-
everybody there had something they had to
Work on.
Yeah.
on.
If
And so
you're-
you feel comfortable in that space. Go ahead.
If you're an NFL fan,
Yeah.
then people recognize you. But in
Yeah.
that environment, did you feel like you were a regular person? Did you feel more private?
At that point, I felt like a regular person in general, though. I had already kind of erased and brought back, because I brought it back because I needed that to heal, but erased like that version of me as the football player, the gladiator. Because like, again, I've experienced that to the fullest. That was done for a while and I had to like transition to life after. So I didn't really ever look at it in the vein of me being that guy.
Didn't just define you.
It's not who I am.
Okay, so during the journey now, what do you throw up?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You
So
threw
what
out-
happens first?
Yeah. So I drank, and again, kind of like Colette, like you're kind of sitting there, you're just like laying down, and Anna lands beside me, and I'm like, all right, we just land on the bed, we're chilling, and then I kind of sit up, like 30 minutes in. Yeah, I got to throw up. Like that feeling. Like again, like me, I was ready to do it, so I wasn't holding anything back. I think that was part of the reason why I came out. But I threw up in the bucket, right? And oof, so crazy. For some reason, I look in it. I wanted to see it.
Yeah, he's looking at what he's purging.
Yes, yeah. I look in the bucket, and this will freak you guys out, but I saw a fetus in the bucket.
Wow.
Yeah. And so I look at it, I'm like, no, I can't go there yet. That's a lot. So I kind of back out and I kind of cool. I just leave it alone. But then I started feeling like the clock and stuff started to change. I started feeling the psychedelic properties kick in. And that was creepy because I've never been. It is. I had never been in the altered state.
It's a loss of control. Yeah. I don't like it. Like
use the word creepy.
Oh, it is. It was.
It is because for someone who wants to control, it's scary to see things that aren't really there.
Totally.
An altered state. I haven't done that, so I was tripping for a bit. But anyway, like that part happens, and then I lay down and I just go on this journey of everything. Like that specific journey alone showed me. Like even the person that I was with, even though I was probably stepping out of that situation, was supposed to be in my life. Mm-hmm. Like you get to see all those things. Like I was literally looking up and I could flip the pages of the sky, and every page, every chapter of my life, that person was in it. Not as my partner or anything, but just in that
as a teacher,
every chapter, every way.
As a teacher,
so
we always say that here. Like we write our own script before we come,
Yeah.
and everybody you've written in to make you grow.
Yes,
Totally.
So that was beautiful. And then
I love that.
Also just she talked about the football part, which is it is huge for me, right? So I've been in a hyper masculine world for a long time. So to actually be able to be in touch with my feminine side as well and have that balance of being a full individual, like a real human on this plane, like that was one of the biggest teachings for me as well, to be able to love myself, but also love people the way they deserve, not the way I think they deserve to be loved. And so all those things happen in real time and also in the other plane as well. So it's like all this thing that kind of ties in together for me. So it was beautiful. Yeah.
Okay. The pages,
Yeah.
because that makes me understand when you said it's all about remembering.
Yeah.
So then you just said, you could look up at the sky and turn pages in the sky and remember things.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
so
clearly.
Yeah.
Like turn the page like, oh, that, yeah. I don't know that one, right? But it's like, it feels familiar. Or I could change the page and be like, I've actually been through this incident or that and like kind of see it.
You relive things. You relive moments.
Do you relive it from like a higher self perspective?
Oh yeah, you're definitely like bird's eye view on it.
Yeah, because in hypnotherapy, one of the things we would do is I forgot the term because I haven't practiced in so long, but you would take like a traumatic event, but you're watching from like your higher self, from a higher perspective. Like if you're a baby screaming in the crib and someone doesn't come for an hour, as a baby, that's abandonment.
Yes.
And but when you see it in your higher self, you're like, oh, their music was up. They just didn't hear me. It's okay. It doesn't mean abandonment.
That part, what you just said. And so the fetus part, so I'm going to return to that really quickly. So I have a meeting with Taita after the first ceremony. I told him about the fetus in the
That's
in the
the
bucket.
shaman.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Taita Juanito.
Taita Juanito.
Okay.
And so I tell him, he's like, man, that's beautiful. Did you go there? I'm like, no, I didn't go there. I was a little scared, right? So having that type of, no. He's like, if it happens again tonight, like go there, connect with it, see what happens. Like if it happens again, wait, I'm going to see it again? Like that's what I felt like. Sure enough, that next ceremony that night, I purge in the bucket and the fetus is there again. And so I kind of like look in, like go really close and went down to it. And once I did that, it was almost like a movie scene. Like we merged, cut to the next scene, and I'm the baby in the crib.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
That just brought up
I'm looking up out of the crib, and like my celestial parents, my real parents, whoever are like just walking around the crib, and I'm crying hardcore. Nobody would pick me up. So you talked about the abandonment thing that you feel. That wasn't the case. My parents were there, but in those moments when maybe I needed it and they didn't know it, they weren't, right? And so I'm crying. Nobody would pick me up, and then I self-soothed. I put my thumb in my mouth in that moment. And I stopped crying. And I was like, oh, I don't need somebody else outside of me to make me feel validated, to make me feel loved.
Ooh,
yeah.
That is powerful.
And you talk about therapy and all the things you go through, and it takes time to break those layers and get to that point. With ayahuasca, you're like, no, you're in it.
You're in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost
You're
like
in
you're
it.
brought into the other world. The veil is gone and you're with your guides. And it's like, it's almost kind of sounds to me like a near-death experience. In a way, you're not really like physically.
It is a near-death experience.
But it's the same
Yeah.
idea where you're almost taken to the other world to make you remember, like, hey, this is kind of an illusion. You're here for growth.
Yeah.
This is what, and you're like, it like takes you back to remembering, because I think we're supposed to have amnesia about the afterlife, because otherwise we wouldn't really experience it. So
Yeah.
it's so interesting.
There are a few people who've had NDs that have done ayahuasca and have said that it was very similar, you know. And I'll say too, because I drank that night with, and Kerry was there.
You did?
Yeah, because we had people, you know, filming, and he was speaking another language.
Oh, yeah.
He started speaking a full another language, like, and he was talking to people in the language, like full conversation. So that past life stuff, like all of it kind of comes out with the ayahuasca, because they say you relive moments that were traumatic for you, not in just this life,
Other lifetimes.
but in other lifetimes,
which we do
too.
carry sometimes.
Yeah.
Some phobias that are unexplainable or definite. I mean, look at Brian Weiss's book, you know, Many
Yeah.
Lives, Many
Yeah.
Masters. It's all about carrying over cell memory.
Oh, it's funny. 'Cause when she talked about me speaking the other language, I know what the language is now. I've done the work.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what is
what
it?
was it?
It was a Zulu language. Yeah. So I was speaking like the Zulu language as I'm kind of walking through this thing, and then I would snap
fully-
out of it and like see
Yeah.
people and be like, "Hey, Colette, how you doing?" And then I'll just kind of go back to
Then
speaking the
he
language.
started talking to me. I was like, I don't know what you're saying. I was like, I don't know what you're
But
saying.
when you're in that state,
Yeah.
do you know who you're with, or are you like, who are you?
You come in and
You
out.
come in and out.
You come in and out.
How long does it last?
It's different.
All night.
Yeah, it's all night, but
It's
it's
all
different
night.
for
And
And
everybody.
then you go
as far
back
as
the
time.
next day and do it again?
Yeah.
Yes.
Were you this? Okay, so you do it all night. Now
He
you
says,
haven't
like,
slept. Do you
You
sleep?
get to sleep during the day and then you come back.
Did you guys sleep during the day?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you don't really eat. And they say the first night is the night where your darkness comes out, like all what it is. You have to. Then the second night's the celebration.
Mm-hmm.
So the second night's usually easier than the first night.
When you're going now into the second night, are you like, were you scared again? Or are you like, I'm ready,
No,
let's
I'm
do
excited
this?
now.
You're
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah. No,
'Cause
it's, we talked about the feminine part of it, right? Like the merging for the balance of who I am as an individual. Like I could literally touch myself like on the medicine and like caress myself like, you know, like a woman would want to be touched, right? Like you felt that energy. It's like, oh, it's all about self-pleasure for myself before this, right? But now like, oh, I feel this other person.
Yeah.
So
and,
just like
and when you
symbiotic.
guys are talking to the shaman, is that while you're when you're in it?
Well, he
Or
does
is it after?
He does a healing on you,
Mm-hmm.
like a few healings. They're watching you. They're like the doctors basically that night. So they have like a team and they're
Mm-hmm.
walking around and making sure everyone's okay. And
Are
Doctors,
people
what
like
does that
hanging
mean?
out,
No,
or are they
we
just
have-
in their own world?
What are they like, taking your blood pressure?
No,
Like
they did
I
all that
envision-
before though. That's the thing about Rhythmia though. They had the doctors in the place to check to
Yeah.
make sure
Like
you're
I'm
okay.
envisioning
You
like
can
a
do that.
mental
Breathing.
hospital.
Yeah, it was
it
safe.
is. It's a bit like
Yeah.
It was
Where
as safe as
everyone's
it
like-
could be.
So nobody really needed to worry about anything medically speaking. You just have to worry about what's happening.
Well, you
in your
fill it
body.
all out before.
Yeah.
And you
Yes.
said you couldn't throw up for like 30 minutes. You felt like you had to throw up, but you couldn't because you just had to be patient until your body was ready.
Yeah. Well, it was long. Yeah, it was a while. Like where it was just like you're like, please God, just let me throw up.
Yeah.
Like, I
It's
throw
nauseous.
up. Yeah, and it's
So looking back, is there a
torture.
reason? Part of the
Letting go.
experience is that it's okay,
Letting go.
'cause
Oh
you said
God, I would
repress.
never throw up.
Yeah. It's letting go.
Yes.
And that's the thing. I will say that one of the major things I always think if I'm scared to do something, I'm like, I did ayahuasca. Like that comes in my head immediately because there is nothing like it. You know, because you're facing yourself, you're putting a mirror up, you are looking at yourself, you are looking at all the good, the bad, the ugly. Even if you don't want to see it, you got to see it. And
Wow.
yeah, it's an experience.
Yeah.
When
you know?
when you in life you get to have an experience that becomes your strength and it becomes like your lifeline to get through other things.
Yes.
I always say, like, whenever you go through something, remember, and you can tell everybody that you love the same thing. Like, look, if you've been through something hard, use that strength so that you don't have to shut down and hurt as much as, panic,
Totally.
anxious, so that you remember to like let that be your through line. But so like for you guys in this experience, your body was the metaphor for what was happening, right? So it was like, I'm not going to let you throw up until you let go. And then you're like, oh, so how has letting go and learning through that experience served you in like what I imagine would be every day? It shows up in something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that is because a lot of people want to control everything, right? And want to control everyone around them. You know, even Mel Robbins said the majority of our stress is wanting to control other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like if you just do hers is the let them theory, but it's the same. It's just like let it be, let go, let God, however you want to say. So that second night, now what happens? Did you do it the second night?
Yeah, I did.
And what happened the second night? Take us through that.
Go ahead, Colette.
Well, it was that first night that experience for me was probably one of the worst experiences of ayahuasca I ever had, you know, and I did it a bunch of times while I was filming. And I don't think you need to do it that many times. I think I was you really don't.
That's what I was going to ask. Do you get something different each time, or is it one and done?
You do.
You get something different.
You get something different, but I think what happens is you kind of you're like, okay, well, this is going to cure me, when it's not. It's not. Yeah. You have to cure yourself. Like it gets you halfway there, maybe, and it lets you see something about yourself that you want to change or fix or whatever. But you got to do the inner work.
It gives you insight like a therapist would, but it might take a therapist 20 years or never.
Yes.
But this is like from higher self stuff.
But you know why that's the case, though? It's because you have to be, what you just said, let go. You have to be free and you have to be vulnerable, right? Like to be that with somebody you just met, it's going to take time.
Yeah.
So to chip through the layers, it'll be a process. With this, you don't have that. You don't have that buffer. Like you have to go in.
Why was it the worst experience?
Because I faced a part of myself that I like never knew, like parts culturally. I think that I being an outsider, I was an outsider a lot culturally growing up. And I didn't really ever feel like I fit in until college, because my parents were so conservative. Well, my mom especially, so conservative. It was so strict, all the things. So that night I faced me, you know, being on the door outside and not walking through the door, where I was always afraid to walk through the door in a weird way. I don't know how to explain it. And I was just like watching everybody that night, and it was awful. Like I cried. It was just hell.
Was
like,
it healing though?
Very much so. The next night I was like running through the grass and
like lighter. And Kerry, how was your second night?
Second night was beautiful. There was a moment outside, because they let me outside. This time I was safe enough to be outside, not move around. And I literally went outside. There was a moment where I touched this tree.
And your guys are in like the jungles of Costa Rica.
Oh yeah,
just FYI.
Oh yeah. Oh,
okay.
We weren't in Malibu. We were out in nature. But no, I touched the tree, and at that moment, for some reason, I was supposed to be there, and I'd had some connection with that tree before, the roots, the branches, whatever. But I literally touched the tree, and I'm connected to the tree. So if you saw me, you know, again, from a bird's eye view, I'm sitting there touching the tree, but
and talking to
the tree. But I'm really plugged into a source, and I was supposed to be there. There's music going on, so I'm moving to the music. So if you're watching, I'm moving like the branches or the leaves on the tree. So if you looked outside and you saw the tree and you saw the wind moving, you'd be like, oh, it's just the tree and the wind moving. But there's so much more to that too. So like for me, I was able to, again, step outside of myself and be aware of all things. Like, and it's a gift and it's a curse, because for me, being around people is hard, especially out here for me. And so allowing myself to just be in moments with people became a little harder, because I had to like see them, and I see everybody, right? Like, it's not like you're beautiful, you're beautiful, you're beautiful. Like, it's like, no, I see you. And so that's a tricky proposition.
It is. The more
in everyday life,
the more you are aware, you just see everything. You see energy, and you can see people, how they're struggling. But it is kind of like a little bit of a gift. I think the more you become aware, at least for me, I'm more able to give people, like, you love everybody, but it's like you can see more why, if you understand why they're behaving the way they're behaving, you're not just looking at the symptom, then you can come from a place of compassion.
Yes.
Totally.
Or understanding, and then decide, hey, you know what? They're going through this. I don't like the behavior, but I'm going to step back, as opposed to they're bad.
No,
you know?
yeah. Nobody's bad. We all have the capabilities of doing good or bad. It just depends on the moment.
So what would you say was your biggest aha moment from night 2?
The biggest one from night 2.
Or
It was obviously the fetus and
yeah.
the self-love situation where it's like, oh yeah, I'm in something I shouldn't be in, because I definitely don't feel that.
Yeah.
And I'm actually like if you go through life and you get these little bits of you did something good and you get a pat on the back.
Yeah.
That's been my life, right? Like I train. Oh, you gained weight, you got muscle. Okay, cool. Oh, I'm going to go out here and do some extra wind sprints. Oh, I'm in shape. Now, everything is kind of quantifiable. And so when you get that pat on the back with love, you're like, oh, I want more of that. So I'll endure a little bit more because I want that pat again. I didn't need that again after that.
Yeah.
Like that's not real. That's you feeling some type of energetic boost that gives you some type of feeling of being wanted, which I don't care about that at all anymore.
Well, it's to be seen, right? Everyone wants to be seen. And here we have so much of you need to be validated and it's what other people think. But it sounds cliche. Oh, you got to love yourself first, but it is true.
Yeah.
Because once you do that, you don't need that. Or there's that saying, we're not human doings. We're human beings.
Yeah.
And like literally even back to Anita, her only purpose, she says, after dying and coming back, she's like, your only purpose is to be yourself.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's your only purpose.
Yeah.
And when we're not, which most of us aren't, because we're afraid of the judgment, we're faced with this and we suppress, then you're depriving humanity of who you came to add to this, huge picture that we're all connected.
Yeah. And I literally left knowing that I'm supposed to be a healer, right? Like that's my purpose here. Not Kerry the football player, not Kerry the actor or the musician, any of that. Like I'm here to heal.
You were stripped of that.
Musician.
But those are...
What kind of music?
I got a new single out right now. It's called Hush. Yes.
He sings.
I sing.
He
Yeah.
sings.
It's amazing.
Yeah. So
It's amazing.
it's kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of like pop alt type of
Can we get a
vibe.
ballad?
We need
Right
to
now?
play it.
Ooh.
Are we going to play it on the intro of
I'll
this
play it.
episode?
I'll
We
play
will. We'll have it. We'll have it as a background music on our clip.
Like, put me on the spot. No.
So by the way, you're filming like interviews during or in between these ceremonies on the documentary?
Not during the ceremony, right before and in the morning.
So
after.
this is in the
OTF?
documentary.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when you go home, because again, I'm trying to equate it to like a near-death experience. A lot of people say they come back and it's like, you don't know where you kind of fit in.
Yeah.
You're just like, you understand things
You
on
got
a
to
different
glow
level.
up like there's no glow up. That's what I will say. You are
do?
so happy. Like it is like you are on cloud 9
Like a high.
and you are high on life, because you're like, oh, I get it. I get
And
why I'm here.
When you go home, Kerry, now are you like, what's going through your head at this point? Because now your whole life is spun upside down, left to right. What am I doing here? What's my purpose? What?
And you guys talk about like the Persian culture. I mean, the African American culture as well. Like when you, and for me, again, because we said it before, like when I commit to something, I commit to it, right? So now I'm getting out of a situation that I committed to for the first time, right? It's like, ooh.
So you realized this marriage is not for me. Like you were 100%?
Oh, yeah.
And what was the reason? Like, was there like you don't have to go into the specific, but was it just, how did you realize you weren't a match or?
Well, no, I'll tell you the first thing, and the only thing that really mattered at that time was she didn't want to go on that journey with me. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
I just got chills.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I get it.
No, right away. That's it. Like even just being there. You didn't have to do the medicine. That's your choice, but not want to be on that journey together.
Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah.
When you like talk about the being in the crib and you were crying and somebody didn't come to you, I'm like, oh, did I ever leave my kid in the crib? And then I also remember I have an amazing mom friend who has 4 children and she had all her kids before me. And I would hear her and her mom, they would all be like, they have to self-soothe in the crib. And so when you took it back to like, I can self-soothe myself,
Yes.
it doesn't even become about like baby being neglected. It has to do with
Yes,
now I understand something greater from my adult life.
100%.
So like, do you ever share that with people that you went back home and like that we were friends? Okay.
Yeah, that's what I said. I had to be more vocal about it. As a healer, if that's what I'm supposed to do, then I have to share it.
So when you went back, how are you a healer? How did you express
So
that?
I reached out to the NFL, guys that I played with before, because our community struggles with life after being a gladiator, right? Life on being in front of the camera, in front of 70, 80,000 people every day. And then you go outside of that and now you're alone and that arena's not loud anymore. Now, like, how do you handle life? And so I'm there for them for sure. And like I've had agents and coaches and players reach out to me about, man, whatever you're doing, I want to do that, like that thing. And so I would share about psychedelics and ayahuasca and all those things, but I also am not going to be preachy about it. I don't like, in my own personal opinion, when people are, you need to do this and you need to do this to be better. And if you do this, this will be the answer. Like, that's not the case.
So true. It's such a turn off.
It's not the case either. It's like, no, this is what I did. This is what it worked for me. I
You
can
just
show
need to
you
live
that.
it, and people will see that energy and be like,
100%.
I want someone with this guy's on.
That's it.
Yeah.
And that's
You know?
the beauty of life.
Did you
right?
find that did you feel happier? Did you feel like all this stuff was lifted off?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
how did you physically feel when you went back?
Light, but also like super light, but again, super aware. And so there is duality with everything, right? Like, yes, I am free of that moment of what I felt at the time, but now there are new challenges, right? There are new things that pop up.
It blows
Yeah,
up your
do that.
life in some
Yeah.
ways. Let's be honest.
Yeah, for
I mean,
sure.
it does. And that's why I don't think it's not for everybody, because if you're not willing to face yourself, right, you shouldn't do it, because once you have really faced yourself, things start to, when you come back off the medicine, things unravel a bit, and my ex-husband, he also did it, the medicine. So he did, go on the journey. But our marriage, blew up kind of.
And it gave you the strength to leave after that?
It did. It was like, it gives you the strength to choose yourself.
So
right?
both of you leaving
Same,
marriages.
Yeah, same.
And MJ,
Same,
you can
same.
kind of talk about it too. But
I
like
just
deep
separated.
down,
Yeah.
I just
deep
separated.
down, did you guys know that your marriages weren't right for you, but it was kind of like, it's fine, I'm just going to keep going through life? Or like, did you think of, I'm going to leave? I mean,
I didn't think I was going to leave. I just, again, I've also seen that things aren't always easy. And so I'm not like going to run or abandon somebody because it's
correct.
a little bit tricky or whatever the case may be. But yeah, over time, the answer was very clear.
How long after when you got back from your ayahuasca?
Oh,
journey?
I told you, when I got back, I couldn't even go home that night.
Wow. Oh, so you knew it was like
No,
clear.
yeah.
Like, I'm not meant to
Oh,
be.
no.
I didn't-
he was like,
because I think she called you, right?
Yeah.
Like I had,
She was mad at me.
I didn't go home.
Yeah.
I told her where I was. I wasn't trying to hide.
So that was the end for you. Hard end.
No, I went back after that a couple days.
He was
but
like, I'm
knew, though.
home and I don't want to go
Yes.
home.
That's
I'm going to check in
Yeah.
somewhere, right? So that I could keep this
Exactly.
protected.
You got it.
And how did your life change after that, besides the marriage? But what shifted for you, would you say, was your biggest shift?
I found my voice. So you talk about singing and producing and acting, all those things, like the voice though, for me, I found that. I was able to like clear out, go through the weeds, chop some of those things off and let those things go and like speak from the place I wanted to speak from, not trying to please anybody else. I've been a person my whole life that's been the provider, of taking care of everybody. And I've had the resources to do that. So that's part of it. But I had to start living for myself. And that voice was very loud. And that's where the music came from.
That's amazing. And did you have any mental health stuff? Because I wonder if people have like, I don't know if it helps
No.
with anxiety or depression or.
So,
It does
did
help
it
with-
unleash something that you didn't want.
It does
Yeah.
help with anxiety and depression, but
Yeah.
I think, if you're bipolar, if you're on meds, like
You shouldn't do it.
you shouldn't
No.
do it.
Yeah, yeah.
No, you can't.
because it makes you unstable and you can get locked in. We have a friend, God rest his soul. There are things that, that could go wrong.
But if you're not, then it's not. If you're not on meds for
Yeah. If you're-
bipolar or something,
But some people
or mental,
have,
if
you
you don't
know,
have
like,
mental health issues,
low grade depression or
No,
like,
then
did
it's
any of you guys
perfect.
have that? No.
No.
I did have like I was a little depressed like right after football, like the thing.
Well,
but
I
that
mean, I
wasn't
guess
around
That
that
makes
time.
sense. It's not
Yeah.
chemical. It makes
Yeah.
sense.
For sure.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that's a whole topic in and of itself
Yeah.
is going from a stadium of 70, 80, 100,000 people to the life you said, the stadium that you go, which is much more quiet.
Yeah.
That's also fascinating because I just came from BravoCon, which was just for a meet and greet for a couple of days. So I'm going to not put that comparison.
No.
But I am just going to
It's all
say
relative. Go ahead.
it is very difficult. It allows you to imagine how did these guys do it?
Yeah.
So it is a truly like fascinating
And
thing.
you're such a warrior on the outside, but
Yeah.
did you feel like more of a warrior after? Because now it's like this inner strength.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
a big 100%.
Yeah.
And it's the best for me.
Yeah.
Like the other stuff was still, I was a product of everybody else. And if I didn't receive the love from the crowd or the stadium, I wasn't doing my job. Right. But now like
a lot of pressure.
I'm getting that same feeling from inside. And that's the beautiful part of it.
That.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Coco, you decide to leave your husband and you came here, but she wrote.
Coco?
So Colette actually she
Yeah.
writes novels.
Yeah.
All these
I write
romance
romance
novels.
novels. Yeah.
But this one is like my favorite book. I just adore
Uncaged
it. I was
Summer,
cracking up.
yeah.
We got to make this into a film.
It's been optioned.
And I better be in it.
There are two. Yes, we're doing it. There are two female producers. I'm not allowed to say because that has been announced. But
Oh, wow.
yeah, I'm
Congrats.
really excited
Yeah.
about it. It's
Is it
gonna
the Foster sisters?
what?
You should have taken it to the Foster sisters. Okay, so give us a little backstory. It is so funny, guys. It's like
Thank
the
you.
perfect, like
Yeah.
funny, sad, hard. Anyone, especially, even if you aren't going through a divorce, but it's just so great to show a cult. It was like, to me, it was like My Big Fat Greek Wedding meets, what's that one? Eat, Pray, Love.
Eat, Pray, Love.
It's like
Yeah.
a combo of
Yeah,
that, but the
yeah.
Persian culture, not the Greek culture. You
Yeah.
love it. And you can listen
You
to.
have a black friend in it?
It's
Of course I do.
Okay.
Right
all right.
No
Is it on
problem.
tape?
We'll turn somebody.
Did you do
in.
this? Did you do this on tape?
Yes.
Oh,
it's
so
on
you can
tape.
listen
Yeah.
in the car.
Yeah.
You're
I
cracked up.
have the book and I have it downloaded on
Okay.
from Amazon.
Yeah, you're Persian. I mean, it opens with my mom literally. I mean, it's loosely
did.
based on my life, but my mom did say this to me. I'm not joking. The second
I want it in
I
the
left
accent.
the house, like the house, it was like, you have to find husband before it's too late.
No way.
She
That is my
literally
big
said
fat
that
Greek
to me. I know. And I was like, Mom. And she's like, no. You know?
How old were you when you left the house?
Oof.
We're not talking about that.
Oh, because you were okay.
Oh, whoa.
They torture us though, don't they?
They do.
Oh, please
yeah.
tell what she said about your curly hair, which is the most incredible part of Colette.
I love
for those
you.
of you watching on video.
So before you knew me straight.
Yeah.
I was straight hair Colette always.
No, I
and
love
because my
this.
mom was like, why you have curly hair? Men like straight hair.
That is from Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Yeah,
Men like
100%.
straight hair. Yeah, literally.
Wow.
Wow.
And she'll to this day, she'll like see if I post a picture, she'll be like, Kolale, your hair looks much better straight.
No, it is a Persian thing because my two best friends,
Yeah.
Layla is Persian,
Yeah.
and then Andrea has these beautiful curls. And one day Layla said, like as a joke, but it must be she's like, wow, your husband must really love you.
Shut up.
Andrea's like always straightening her hair.
Like, I'm like,
Oh my
What's wrong with the
God.
curl? It looks good.
thank you.
I love
Curly
it's like
hair is beautiful.
it's
Yeah.
It's your care. It's you.
It's me. Yeah,
Okay.
it's me now.
Persian moms will just, this is how they act. Let me find something and then I'm just going to randomly pick the opposite.
Yeah.
And I'm going to just tell you that if you're wearing white pants, you need to be in black. If
Yeah.
you wear black pants, you need to be in white. Nobody in white or black pants ever get married. It's just so torturous.
So
Why?
this
Yeah.
book does cover that.
I'm so glad we're breaking this cycle.
Yeah. No, we are. I mean, my mom puts glasses on. I'm not joking. And she just like comes
Looks at
this close
Yeah.
to me and starts
Oof.
analyzing every part of me. And I'm
Right.
like, okay, Mom, calm down.
No, the other day, you guys, right before I was packing, so I was like running around, going downstairs, get something from the dryer, go upstairs, grab your suitcase. show me your boobs. I was in a towel and I go, no.
No, you stood
Because I
up for
knew
yourself.
what she was going to do.
You said no.
I
Good
was
for
like,
you.
no, you show me. And I was like,
Yeah.
no, I'm not showing you my boobs. Why? Like, I was like, duh, what do you think? I'm stupid? I'm not going to fall for that trap. Like,
It's
it's
my
because of this.
Yeah. What would you say is the biggest, if you had to do like a one-liner on this book, how would you describe this novel
Well, I would
to people?
say Eat, Pray, Love meets my big fat Persian life.
And what's like the biggest thing that readers will get out of this book?
Look, I mean, it's about Ava. It's loosely based on my divorce, and it's about soul searching and finding yourself and just realizing that you make yourself happy. A partner doesn't, right? I mean, she goes to different homes like I did, and picking up different parts of relationships that work, and that parts that she didn't do. And I think that, it's just a fun, learning.
It's a great.
Yeah, thank you.
It really was, because I know all these other ones are fantasy,
No, it's
but
real. And I mean, there are some scenes in there that were like exactly scenes that,
So you're
that
Oh, I
are-
gotta
it
read it
really
now.
was. It
Yeah.
really was written from the soul,
Yeah.
and it's such a beautiful book about her journey. I
Thank
really
you.
love
And
it.
my path also to forgive myself, for my mistakes in the marriage, because I was saying to Kerry before, it's a two-way street.
Yeah.
I don't blame him. He was my greatest teacher.
There you go.
He was my greatest teacher, and I have all the love in the world for him, and I want the very best for him. I do. I do.
Do you feel the same, Kerry, about your ex?
We've reconnected in a cool way where like I never thought that would be an option. She would kind of understand that, but for me, it's we had coffee one day and sat down, and I actually just looked at her face and was like, you know what? It was such a unique situation. It was a different version of her that I saw in that moment, which was cool. Like I was her teacher in that moment, and she was able to share some things that she was going through, and I kind of helped her and guided her on the journey. And she messaged me after and said I really helped her and saved her in that moment. And so just like having that, being able to sit there and have a coffee was everything. And so
That's
I would say it's good. It's in a good place.
Have you dated since I'm sure you have. I mean, it's been like 6 years, but how do you find dating? Is it hard?
I don't date now. I'm very just into myself and like actually making sure that the voice and the creation that goes out into the world, the healing part of it is from a pure place, and don't kind of want to intertwine that with anybody. But I'm not against it. I just haven't had the time outside of that to go out. I don't go out either. So I'm very much reserved and chill in my space.
But if you met that person, if that person somehow you would know that it's a soul connection. You'd be open to it.
It has to be a soul connection, though.
I find that I have a friend too. He was actually on the show, but he was sharing like same thing. He did so much healing work from his marriage where he said he had sat and cried out like 20 lifetimes and like really faced himself.
Yep.
And we were talking the other day, and he's, great friends with his ex-wife. They're still like family. They have kids together. He looks at her like his best friend. But I said to him, he's like, no, I don't want anyone. Like, I'm so happy and whole on my own. But I said, but if someone walked in, he's not opposed to it.
100%.
But it's also different because he has kids. And with her, it's like, I have my family, but I don't need that romantic, like I'm so whole.
Yeah.
Is that kind of how you feel? Because people really do a lot of the time want someone to fill some sort of void that's not healed.
I don't need that at all.
Yeah.
But again, there is, I see you smiling, but there is, obviously, yes, if there's a connection out there to be made, I'm definitely
But it
open.
would probably be one of the best relationships because you don't need anything.
I don't need anything.
Nothing, right?
I don't
And
need anything,
usually our partners are kind of mirrors of what we need to heal. They're going to point it out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you've done the work,
you got to definitely come with it to try to sit next to me.
And they do say that some soulmates decide to meet up later in life after both parties have done the work. So we shall see.
We shall see.
Kerry is on the market, guys. He's on the
not on the
market.
prowl.
He is
He's on the
a
market.
He is not on the prowl. He's on the market.
He's
Yes,
on
on the
good job.
market to tracked you to his doorstep because you will not see him out.
You will not see. Hello, is Kerry here?
It's got to be Amazon delivery or someone knocking on his door. Yeah.
Kerry, where can people find you and your songs and your acting and support you? Maybe come to you as like a shaman. But
Well,
where do people find
social
you?
media? What, like Kerry? Just at Kerry Rhodes, Kerry Rhodes.
Okay.
Right now, I'm working on the sequel to a movie that she knows I did called Tragedy Girls. Right now,
Oh,
doing the second one right now. I'm producer, writer on that as well. And I had a new single that just dropped Thursday called Hush. And that song is so deep, and it's such a great song. It's based off me having the conversation with my younger self, and so the song is really deep, but it's
I love
also
that.
a very
That's
catchy,
incredible.
fun song as well.
That's incredible. And
Yeah.
we were just talking how like everybody, what they're saying is like need in spirituality, they say you need to be creating at all times. And we were just talking about like how even, why women that are moms and new moms, especially when they're young and wives, you just kind of on this merry-go-round. A lot of people, unless they have a career, but a lot of them are just raising kids, and even in careers, some of them aren't in professions where they're creating, but they say we should be creating at all times to remain happy. And it doesn't have to be anything big, even if you're in your home doing art while the baby's sleeping, but something,
I'm a
right?
Lego man. You like Legos?
I love
You like
Legos.
Legos?
I do, and
Yeah.
I make them with my son.
See?
And you have to be very.
Yeah.
I don't like to go past level 6 for the age 6, 7. I don't like
That's
to. 6, 7 is about where I'm at right now.
How old is your
6
son?
to 8. He's 6.
Oh yeah, of course. Oh.
So, but he makes
6,
me do a lot of
7.
them. Yeah.
So you're making flower Legos or something right now?
We do a lot of different things. We
Well,
make airplanes. We make all kinds of things.
You're
Rockets.
creating.
Oh, wow.
That's
I love
good.
it.
Yeah.
Now my thing is that after he makes them, he destroys them. But I'm getting these shelves that will like allow us to like put it up there, and he'd love that idea.
Yeah, that's cool.
I love it.
that.
So then
Yeah.
he keep his hard work
Yeah, of course.
preserved.
Yes,
It's
yes.
incredible.
Beautiful.
And
love
you,
that.
Kogo, what are
You
you
can find
up
me
to
on
these?
Instagram. I'm coming out with a new book actually in 10 days. It's
Ooh.
Cause and Effect. It's a holiday romance.
Nice.
Sexy Santa.
Santa.
Sexy Santa.
Hey,
Yeah.
your book title names are really good too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Uncaged
Yeah.
Summer.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank
Where
you.
can they get Uncaged Summer?
Everywhere.
Okay.
It's everywhere. Yeah.
Okay.
All
And
my
what's
books,
your Instagram handle?
My Instagram is Colette at Colette Abedi, Colette Abedi. My parents didn't know how to spell Colette the French way. They spelled it the Persian way.
With
And you have to pay
two
for that.
T's and an E.
Yeah, no, they didn't do
They
that.
didn't do it that way.
They didn't do it that way.
So, well, thank you guys for coming. And it
It's
sounds
like
like
cutlet.
you guys are
It is like
cutlet, like
yeah.
chicken.
Yeah.
But it sounds like you guys are really behind plant medicine. Would you recommend it, obviously, for what you said, the mental health, but would you recommend it for people that are ready to take their healing journey to the next level and really face themselves and trauma, right?
Yes.
A lot
Yes.
of it helps
yeah,
you heal
and
trauma.
PTSD. Yeah,
Yeah.
1,000%. The medicine has to call you,
Yep.
and you have to be ready for it, though. Because it is work,
Yeah.
and it's not the cure. That's the one thing. It's not the cure
Yes.
because the cure is inside of you. It just opens the door.
It catapults the healing,
Yeah,
but you got to
exactly.
finish it up.
Exactly.
100%.
Yeah.
That's very well said. I think that's the part when anything is when you're dependent on it for a result,
Mm-hmm.
that's where it's off kilter, right? Like you're not doing it for a result. You're doing it for the betterment of yourself internally, right? Like there's no outward thing that you're seeking. It has to come all within. And so when she says the medicine calls you, it legitimately calls you. Because I would have left that night, right? But the fact that I still stayed
I
and,
know.
and did
Caught
it,
yourself. And it
called me.
seems like it'll rearrange people out of your life that don't belong there, that people are afraid to take the leap of faith.
Yeah.
Right? We're afraid of being alone
Yeah.
or whatever it might be. So amazing. Well,
Thank
everyone
you.
go do some ayahuasca in the jungles of Costa Rica
That's right.
and come back and tell us your stories.
Tell us your story.
Tell us
Yeah.
your
Thank
story.
you guys so much
Thank
for
you for
being
having
Thank you for having
us.
us.
Thank
here.
you.
See you next time, guys.
Bye.
Thank you for tuning in and listening to this week's episode of Heal to Feel. You can write in and ask your questions on our show's IG page at H2F Pod, and we'll address your questions on next week's episode. If this episode helped you, we would love for you to share it with your friends and family. Share the fun with all those that can benefit from a good laugh or cry with us. Please rate and review the show on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and we would greatly appreciate you.